Hello and welcome to a poorly lit library haul that I'm bringing to you on this horrendous day to cope with my existential dread. Ain't that just how booktube works? I may have gone over the official limit of books that you can take out from your library, but I have very kind librarians, so no one's told me anything. So I thought as my punishment, I would just have to talk to you about these books and actually pretend I know what I'm talking about for once. I'll start off with the real boring shit. That's what I'm reading for college. I think you can just feel my soul leaving my body as I say those words. So let's go in a random order, because why not? I'm currently reading Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. I don't want to talk about this. It's very manly, seaman-y, colonizer bullshit, and I really just like it so far. Then we have the one that I haven't started and I've just collected today, The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Yay, theater, just what I need in my life. But it's meant to be really dark and have some violence and magic and betrayal. I have no idea somehow. I don't mind Shakespeare, so I'm kind of looking forward to this, and I really like his darker stuff and the magic elements he uses, so I guess I'll see how I get on with this. And then we have one that I have actually read, and I mentioned it in my wrap-up that I linked down below for you. It is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell, and this is set in the Industrial Revolution era, and it follows a young woman who moves from the south of England to an industrial north after having grown up more in London with her aunt and stuff, and it's really good actually, so there is that. And now on to the fun stuff. You will see this theme because I requested a bunch of these ages ago and they've only come in now, so it's a bit late. But do remember that spooky season is a state of mind, okay? Okay? I'm still very excited. I got Hallow Pike by Juno Dawson. And only now am I realizing I think this bloody edition might be dead naming her. We don't stand this in this house. I'm pretty sure it is Juno though. It's signed. I am very confused. Basically, this is some spooky old school YA about a girl who's being haunted down, or is she? No one knows if what she's thinking is the truth, but then something catches up to her in the woods, or so I gather from the back. I haven't read anything by Juno Dawson yet, shockingly enough, but I've heard her speak a bunch of times at events, and I follow her on social media, and I just think she's the literal coolest person in the world. And love of my life, Miss Deidre Sullivan recommended this on Twitter, so I knew I just had to give it a shot, and I love spooky YA, so might be a good introduction to the wonder that is Juno Dawson. And then on to the spooky theme. I got The Luminous Dead by Caitlin Starling. I wanted to read this for a while because I saw it going around on BookTube for ages. It's an adult horror story, I think, about a woman who was recruited by this sciencey expedition type project to go really deep under the ocean, but then she wants to go back because she realizes spooky shit is happening and she wants, to not be part of it, but the people control her suit and her environment, so they want to, threaten her to stay as part of the mission, or so I gathered. I have no idea what's actually happening, but it did sound like it had vibes very similar to Into the Drowning Deep by Myra Grant or Shannon Maguire, so I was intrigued. And then Riley from Riley Marie, I'll link her down below because she's one of my favorite people to watch, was reading this in a vlog and she really enjoyed it, so I was like, I'll just request it, that's fine. And what would I be without a graphic novel? I finally got Horror Store. This is a graphic novel that's horror, obviously, but it's set at an IKEA or IKEA type shop. I don't know, I'm intrigued. It's not quite as graphic-y as I thought it was gonna be, so that's interesting. But I will let you know if I do end up giving this a shot. This is by far the strangest thing I got out, so doesn't get weirder from here, or does it? Since we are on to the graphic novels, I might as well show you the rest of them. I got Shades of Magic, The Steel Prince by V. Schwab. This is a prequel graphic novel series to V. Schwab's A Darker Shade of Magic, and it follows the king that is basically the stepdad of the main character from A Darker Shade of Magic, which is a fantasy series set between alternate Londons, and it's very good. But anyway, this is set in this world. I don't think you need to have read this series, because I've read only the first one, to be able to read this. I'm not quite sure what I think about the art style at a first glance, but, you know, I'm intrigued enough. I love V. Schwab, so we'll see. And I got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Perfect Bullets. I haven't a clue what this is about. I really loved the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, and I don't know what about it. Maybe I want to read the graphic novel comic book thing about it, but somehow I ended up requesting that. I have no memory of it. And I got The Unstoppable Wasp, Volume 1, Unstoppable. I really like her character in the Ant-Man films, which I think are very underrated, and I love them very much. And I know she's one of the original heads of the Avengers in the comics. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think she's a really fun character. I really love the quirky, kind of socialite type superheroes. So they seem, you know, kind of shallow and just annoying by day, and then save the world by night, basically. And I think this is what I'm going to get from this. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm excited. And then we shall end with book clubby things. So my real life book club is reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is a YA crime, murder, mystery, thriller thing. It seems like this is about a girl who lives in a city where a famous murder has happened and a young girl was killed. And everyone thinks they know who did it, but as she's researching this for a project, she starts to uncover things that people somehow hadn't noticed before, and maybe this makes her a target. I'm doing a terrible job at giving you descriptions of these books, but it's only because I have no idea what they're about. So, this is a lot thicker than I thought it was. I do think I've seen some really good reviews of it from people that I trust. I don't normally read crimey things, but this could be a good one, and, you know, it's a book group, so kind of have to read it. And finally, I got The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. This is the Myth Take book for, or, you know, one of them, for the months of November and December. I think the theme is Slavic mythology. If you don't know what Myth Take is, and you watch my videos, I think I just shouldn't even mention it anymore. Just link it down below. But this is middle grade, and I think it's kind of a spooky middle grade retelling of the Baba Yaga myth thing. So, very excited. I do love me some, you know, mythology retelling from my side of the world. It's not mine, but it feels close enough to home that I'm kind of intrigued, and I do love spooky stuff. And I think Helen, who used to work with me, really enjoyed this book back in the day, and I think it was a Dewberry recommended read that month. So, as you can tell, very excited. These are all the books that I have out at the moment. Please do let me know if you've read any of them. Let me know what I should prioritize. Please yell at me that I should read the book club books first, or, you know, college, whatever. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!